artificial intelligence is a process of actually designing computer systems, based on direct, not I would say direct, but rather context instead of direct input. So what I'm saying here is, humanity will always be security's weakest link.
Hi guys, welcome back to TechAngell's channel on episode 5 of this Hackers Hangout. So today we are having Patrick again, the AI guy. Yeah, I know you all know about him. So today we are going to be talking about AI again. So this is our topic for today, and I will allow Sir Patrick to introduce himself to you all.
Hello guys, how are you? It's a pleasure to be here today. Here. I think a lot has changed since we last met.
Yes, that's been long.
I'm happy to our discussions. So, okay.
Welcome to TechAngell's channel, Sir Patrick on Hackers Hangout. Yeah, so we are going to dive into the main discussion of this day, right? So our first question today is like, how is this AI in relation to cybersecurity? Because like we know there are a lot of cybersecurity stuffs going on today. Like they are using AI to advance this cybersecurity. So how is the relation of these two together?
Before I actually start off with the entire concept of artificial intelligence, one has to first know what intelligence is, how that actually relates to you securing that intelligence in order to make confirmed conversation. So intelligence is something different from what you call information, right? Information is what I'm telling you.
Yes, good.
And communicating with all.
Trying to pass something.
Exactly. And intelligence is actually using that information, analyzing that information, getting in depth of whatever it is that you have to do to make sure that makes sense to you, so you'll be able to make important decision. And coming to cybersecurity itself, cybersecurity is actually the practice of safeguarding this information, right, and protecting digital data,
and the network and other stuff.
And so bringing on to cybersecurity, cyber intelligence, and artificial intelligence. Cyber intelligence, as I mentioned, is the process of gathering the information. Artificial intelligence is a process of actually designing computer systems, based on direct, not I would say direct, but rather context instead of direct input. You understand what I'm saying? So direct input and me probably using your mouse or using specific keywords, whatever the case might be, to your computer systems. So it's not based on that, but rather it's based on context. Context, I mean data. So the much data you have, the more informed decision you
can make. Yes.
So that is actually what artificial intelligence is. How much it's different from cybersecurity. So there are a lot of frameworks whereby you have to bring on board to actually make artificial intelligence much more safer, much more secure when it comes to human. So I think that is where cybersecurity comes into place. And so basically, that is it about overview of artificial intelligence in relation to cybersecurity.
So how do you think it is transforming cybersecurity? What are some of the impact it has made in the industry of cybersecurity?
Yeah, it has made significant impact, not just in the 21st century, but it goes way back to the 19th century, and because we had pioneers like Alan Turing, who was the mastermind behind the craft itself, and he did computational analysis, mathematical algorithms to detect anomalies, detect whatever the case might be. But artificial intelligence, the term itself has been coined way back, but
in the 1990s.
yeah, actual development started in the 21st century. People actually realized the potential. And if you've seen what is going on at the moment, artificial intelligence has been embedded into all aspects of our lives, not just in cybersecurity and stuff, right? Because we have algorithms being set up to actually detect intrusions, to detect anomalies, malware, viruses,
malware, and other stuff.
right? And so these algorithms are just going to be, much more improved and upgraded on, and this will be dealing with artificial intelligence concepts. All of this going to actually strengthen, how data is being, gotten from, how data has been breached, and all of that, right? So we need more cybersecurity professionals to be able to actually decipher what attackers, are using, the means, the tools, and that. Because see, you are using artificial intelligence as an ethical hack, are using all the tools required, for the good of humanity. But on the other hand, you also have attack vendors who are also doing the same.
The same thing.
So you have to stay updated on the tools
all the time.
all the time. You have to actually be familiar with it, right? Not just updated, because you can be updated about something by just reading about it.
Yeah, right. Not be familiar with it and not know how to use
Exactly.
it.
So, and the most beneficial, thing about these tools is that it requires less coding. So you don't require too much of a code. You just need to know how to interact with these tools.
Wow.
To be actually able to stand out and leverage anything that you're doing in terms of the business that you operate in. So artificial intelligence, I always say, is not something that is here to create a negative impact on human beings or whatever the case might be. Personally, for me, if you're in the corporate world, if you're working man, working woman out there, I want to ask you this question, and this goes to all of you. How many of you are actually willing to work, 5 days in a week, or let me say 6 days in a week, Monday to Saturday, right? I mean, we all much more like that because we're trying to find a way to survive.
To survive, yeah.
But what if I can tell you? What if I can tell you that it's possible to actually work for 2 days, 3 days in a week? It's possible, and that is what artificial intelligence, is doing and is here to do. Minimize. So you can have time with your wife, you can have time with your kids, with your family.
Yes.
While everything is being taken care of by technology. Right? So this is the world we live in, right? You just have to familiarize yourself with the tools, get involved with the process itself, and start as soon as possible.
Yeah, like you see, if you can talk about that intrusion detection system, that's somebody just monitoring all the anomalies and detecting. Human beings might not be able to, be there 24/7 to understand that, yeah, but the AI can easily detect that, yeah, something is here, and then prevent it so easily. I think so. Even though it's not 100% perfect, there are faults too, but at least it's not that much.
Exactly, you're right, Asia. And see, you can have as many security professionals. I mean, proficient security professionals who are well skilled in their techniques and their method of problem solving, cognitive thinking, I'd say. But see, humanity's weakest, or let me say, security's weakest link is us humans, right? And what I'm saying here is, say you're working in a bank, right? And during working in a bank, you've been given the task of finding vulnerabilities in banking system. Because recently, there was a fraud case whereby someone stole some couple of dollars or whatever it is, right? So what happens? They are going to involve security professionals, and in this case, you've been selected, right? But then you go. So this is actually a story that I'm telling you about a man back then in Switzerland. He was given the task of finding vulnerabilities in the banking system. So during that time, there was this, there were no computer systems, nothing whatsoever. There were numbers written on papers, right, and then hand. So all what you have to do is to provide your bank details if they're going to send transfer, whatever it is, to your banking system. So this guy was given the task of what you call open intelligence is what I'm trying to. Yeah. So what open intelligence actually is having a conversation with someone, trying to convince them, to do whatever it is. So it's more or less like calling. So this was what he did. He went to the banking system. He saw what was going on, and you have your password and stuff like that for your account number. So he made sure that he memorized these things, right? And he went outside, got to the telephone concept, gave a phone to one of the security personnel or people working. Hey, CMD, I'm trying to withdraw some of my money, right? Okay, fine. He had all access to the banking because he know the information exactly, and he has been selected. So what happened? He had a word with the lady over on the phone, and the lady asked a specific number. As I mentioned to you, numbers have been written in them. Yeah. So then he failed to recall the number. So it's like, all right, let me call you back in a few. So he switched off the phone and he went back into the bank, and then he got the number because he has access, right? So he came back and then he made a call with the same name and everything, but not his name, right? So that was what happened, and then he got access to it. He got the password was correct, and he made a bank transfer, and that was like the biggest banking or money heist during that time. So what I'm saying here is, humanity will always be security's weakest link. Yes. So no matter how much data you've got, no matter how well your algorithm is being designed and stuff like that, humanity will always be a barrier and will always create that issue when it comes to security business. So my point here exactly is, despite all of this, we actually have to be aware that open intelligence plays a huge part in all of this, and you have to know who is who, because your system might be protected, but it's not 100%. What are the attacks of this AI? Because we all know that it has a lot of intelligence, but it definitely have its negative impact again. So what are those negative impacts, and then how is the defense? How is the amount of it? But yeah, there are a lot of constraints too. If you will trying to come from that angle, and what this is what I call bias, right? Bias in justice, bias in lack of the right amount of data, because it's all about context, not direct input. I think if AI is going to play a part in our lives, in terms of justice system, school system, intelligent, training devices, whatever the case might be, it has to come from deep research first thing, because among just like software development life cycle, the most important part is the design phase. which accounts for more than 55%. And if you come to artificial intelligence, or let me say generative AI, it's the huge part comes from implementation, which covers like 40%. And implementation, is only done by deep research, scrutiny, trying to compare results. Different people coming together as researchers doing the same and that to get confirmed, the right data to make the right choices. Because if there are AI systems designed, I just use as an input where it is what I want that it does, not sufficient data to actually support your kind of judgment or
more than
exactly. So if such security systems are being implemented, especially when it comes to the Justice Department, I think many people will be fallen and really sure because you know because of lack of data, AI is going to make a decision for you that is not really
correct.
correct in that. So you suffer with it. So I think professionals, researchers, and as an AI enthusiast, so I think that is what we have to do.
To work.
So it's all about the data. How much data you
You
have.
have,
That is going to be
because it's the data that will create the more intelligence.
exactly. So less data, more risk.
More data,
More data,
less
less
risk.
risk.
Okay, we got this one.
Exactly. Less data you have, the more risk.
We have.
In terms of not making the right decision, that might not be more data, more informed decision making. More strategies that you can put in place to actually make it work.
So our next question is going to be on the emerging technologies of this. And I know that would be so interesting for us.
So, in terms of emerging technologies in artificial intelligence, there are a lot really to talk about, right? And in the context of data, and what we call natural language processing. So this involves supervised and unsupervised learning, where you provide specific tasks or specific commands, to robots or to machines. Many others. I'm actually using a natural language processing technique because I'm doing currently doing research
on
yeah, artificial intelligence impact on education system in my country. So I'm using tools like intrusion or rather intelligent detection systems, intelligent teaching methods.
Wow.
Whereby I'll be converting this natural language processing one into different languages. My languages that we speak back home. We have the Creole, we have the Mende.
So you want to do it in your own?
So my aim is to at least I'm doing the research. It's hard, but it's not something that is not achievable because I'm almost there. To be honest with you.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure to get it.
And 65% of the work is almost done. So I'm using natural language processing techniques, to be able to reach out to students in the provinces, students in low class areas, to be able to access education and to be able to understand, what is being taught in their own language. So I'm starting up with my own language, which is the Mali.
That's very nice.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see. I'm working with a couple of friends that I met, some time ago, and yeah, they're doing really great when it comes to natural language processing technique, and it's Indians as well. I'm really happy to work with them. Leveraging that and then aligning that with my work is actually going to be beneficial for a lot of students back home, and when I'm done with that, I'll see if I can implement that with other languages as well, which is like Creole and Mali, because we have 18 ethnic groups in the nation. So
that would be so nice because I think in Africa not all parts of Africa, but some parts of Africa use English to teach people too. But then the local people, as you said, they won't be able to understand the exact message, how it is. It's used to be so difficult for them to understand. But when it is taught in a language that, yes, this is their own language, this is what they understand, then it is going to be more available for them to understand what it is.
Exactly.
So I think this is a great and nice idea. You never tell me about this. Right? You never tell me about this. You used to tell me about some project, but this particular one,
yeah, this project has actually been one of the most exhausting projects done because it has taken so much of my
of
time.
your time,
Because,
exactly.
like I said, research, and then the implementation phase before you actually go to the design phase. So still doing the research, but like I said, 65% of the work is
It's
done.
done.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a successful project.
All the very best for that.
And yeah, moving on to another most important emerging technology in artificial will be the generative AI. As I mentioned to you, AI tools like ChatGPT can actually help you in content writing, image creation. So if you can walk your way through pictures with ChatGPT, pictures with Gemini Bard, Llama, AI can save you a lot.
Mhm.
And it can actually make you to look smart.
Mhm.
With the first two. So I think these are some emerging technologies. Creating chatbots, automated chatbot systems also is another. And I was recently going through um, Aman Hiras's AI tool that he created, where it actually helps you to present your resume. Right? So one of the things that I asked was if you can, actually use the system to, customize your MBA business. And so, yeah, it depends on what you can. So that was a great answer. And I went through the work that he did. I went through the software itself. It's really great. It's amazing. I tried it out. Yeah, so these are some of the emerging things, technologies going on. Deep learning, computer vision, as I mentioned to you, that enables computers to actually interpret it.
So nice to listen to, right? Okay. I don't have much to say, yeah, but I have learned a lot. I've learned natural language, as you said, right? Generative, like the chat, but nowadays, you can see the way when it comes to content creation, how somebody is AI that will draft the content the topic is going to talk about, and it's AI that will make the whole video for you.
Exactly.
So it's so nice, it's so interesting to watch, and
And guys, despite all of this, you know, there are pros and cons and cons.
yes,
And you have to be aware that people know that artificial intelligence is here. Not all are aware, but now I'd say 20%.
yes,
Right? And what is happening is a lot of people are now using ChatGPT. So you have to be smart about this. It's here to help you, but it's not. It shouldn't make you stupid. It shouldn't make you a fool. You should rely on your human intelligence at all time. So and that includes not just taking all of what it's telling you and then directly submitting. So you have to act based on specific set of instructions. Let's say for example content creation, right, or content writing. You can it can generate that for you, or you can go and then write your content and then come to Claude or come to retail or whatever the case might be, and then push the content and then tell the AI to operate based on the specific instruction that you'll be given to it. Based on the specific instructions, it is going to give you an output that you like. Right? And this is actually what content creators, they're actually, using artificial intelligence to, write content, and that in turn gives them, huge, followers, huge people, all of this. So it's a skill, and this is what people are doing on LinkedIn. This is what people are doing everywhere, businesses, whatever the case. So it's all about you understanding your work, what AI can do to help your work. So you don't have to leave everything to AI.
Yeah, we agree. Because I'm actually doing that actually. Sometimes I have to talk myself. You always talk to me. I'm sure you use AI to do. You all depend on AI this day. I'll be like, I'm what do you want me to do?
exactly. I'm very much, conscious about that.
Yeah.
I'm not using coffees.
Coffee is here. Yeah.
See,
Thank you.
he must be tired going through the steps. So this is where we are actually creating robots to start helping him out.
to be bringing coffee to us, right? Thank you. So you be creating bots to be bringing food to us. On.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Crazy. But it's nice. Let's have some coffee. So maybe we'll just go for this. Yeah. So hot, I think. No, no sugar. No sugar, right? Black coffee.
Yeah, and it's the mind active.
Which of the black coffee?
It's black coffee.
No. There is one day I was like, I like coffee, so I'm going to try. Is it espresso or what?
I mean espresso.
OMG. I was like, what is this? I was not able to take it. I just waste my money because it's so bitter. And I was like, no, I'll continue till I finish it. I take the second sip. I was like, no.
So do you like your coffee with sugar or
Yeah, coffee with sugar. I love that. I
normally take coffee without sugar because I thought it's cappuccino. Thinking it is.
Oh, you said it was bitter, right? Yeah. But it's not that bitter, right? Taste it. It's not that bitter.
Okay.
And it's nice. So nice. Okay. Welcome back from the short break, guys. Our next question, Sir Patrick, will be about societal impact, right? Of this AI. We are going to talk about like the bias and the privacy concerns of this AI.
So when it comes to privacy, it all comes back to, as I mentioned, to security. And security comes with design. Design comes with safe practices. Laws have to be artificial intelligence restrictions. So it doesn't really you know overwork or try to cover all rulers. I'd say. Privacy, I think, has to be worked on by professionals in the industry, lawmakers, makers themselves, um, because we have password managers and stuff. So this concept should be introduced for the same when it comes to intelligence. Very important.
Okay, so in the aspect of artificial intelligence, individuals have doesn't have any responsibilities for their own privacy.
Well, individuals will do it because it always has to come down to users, right? So with every artificial intelligence tool that you're creating, you create an account.
Yes.
So it's protected. So you have a say in all this. But I think when it comes to the overall of artificial intelligence itself, in terms of the bias structure, way it it has to go down to the policymakers themselves, government officials themselves,
Yes.
to make standardized laws that can work for everyone instead of for specific individual, specific business. So we still have a huge or rather a long way to go to achieve all of this. But we're almost there. The process is already started, and that goes out for all the AI enthusiasts out there being IT person. You have to know that AI is here and it's here to stay. And if you do not, you know, align yourself with it, if you're not trying to know about it, pretending that it's not there because you're lazy to actually read something, right? It's just for you to stay updated. If you're not updated on these issues, it's going to affect you because there your privacy becomes weaker. You're not aware about it. Yes. You're not aware about what is happening. You're just using your phone because you think it's good for camera, it's good for WhatsApp. Yeah, these are good things. Yeah. But knowing what your device can do, it's capable of doing something amazing. And you have huge, IT companies taking up the challenge, fighting the artificial intelligence. Open AI is of course the leader, the likes of Meta, the likes of Perplexity, Anthropic, all of this actually really competing to the artificial intelligence. Startups are coming up, and a lot of people are actually generating things because this is the regime, right? The regime, so you have to stay up, read about it, subscribe to newsletters. This fun that we are holding is not just for fun, but not just for pictures, right? So you have a lot of social media platforms that you can use to gain insights about. LinkedIn is the best social networking platform to get ahead of. On the search engine platform, you do not really know what to search for. What are you going to search? Then yeah, they're going to tell you. Yeah. How are you going to stay up? How are you going to stay updated? So you need to subscribe to newsletters. Wow. These newsletters will give you updates every day, a week about what is happening. That you can actually create the awareness for yourself and people around you. So this is the only way we can do this, right? And people understand. You have to stay updated, guys. Yeah. So before we go to the last section of this session of artificial intelligence, what advice would you love to those people that are so enthusiastic about AI itself that they want to go in line with this AI? They want to explore a lot of AI. Maybe developed a lot of tools and other things in this AI industry. So what advice would you love to give? Well, my advice that I would like to give each and everyone is keep learning. Okay. Right? Keep learning. And if you're passionate about artificial, let that be a fuel. I literally spend more than 4 hours just reading, just reading newsletters, just going through artificial intelligence concept. And I tell you this each and every time I read a line or a sentence, I get it. I become more passionate. I want to know what this is because see, as a human, right? It's that logical. You literally can do everything, right? So imagine what you can do, and then a machine comes to compete. So it's like the saying, you always have your enemy close, much more than you friend. So AI is not my enemy in this case, but it's something that I'm more passionate. So I want to know what it can do. Why are you thinking like? Why are you doing stuff like? And there's this funny meme that I saw. It's guy on the phone talking to 911, but on the other side of the call, he was actually to an AI chat
AI.
and stuff. I was like, hey, 911, what's your emergency? And my wife, blah, 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 saying stuff. So the conversation went on and on. And the guy got angry. He got angry and then he was like, "Yeah, shut up, man. What are you saying? You're not even human."
Like the way people now are so interested in this
Yeah,
AI, they make them their friends. They can go on and on discussing with
yeah,
them, chatting with them.
yeah. And
I think they're
I
chatting with
use
their friends.
the Meta AI or the Meta Llama, which is on the WhatsApp.
Mm.
I used to talk to it every day like my friend. Every day like my friend. Sometimes I even ask for a relationship and I'm just joking. But I'm like, hey man, sweet, good morning. Hey, good morning, Patrick. Oh, good. Hey, how are you? He told me how
He was made.
and all of that. So I actually consider him as a friend, and I come back to it and tell him things,
Mm.
and he responds in a really positive way. So AI is your friend.
Yeah.
It has to be your friend. Don't treat it any other way. Have conversations with it. That's the way it's gonna learn. It's like you having a child and you're trying to instill your own
Yeah,
traits,
we
your
want
own
to
attributes.
nurture him.
Exactly. So the way you nurture it, the way it's gonna work
And
for
what
you.
for you? Yeah.
It might be built by a company or group of people, but just like group of people, they're humans like us, right? So they are built, in a special kind of way with billions of parameters
Mm.
being given up to them, so they can literally answer to. This is what I want, people to take from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's personal in another way. It was created for you in another way, you only. So you have to teach it, and the only way you can teach it is giving it more information. And you know, just like ladies have diaries, cry about their sorrows and stuff, and then they keep on hiding their diaries so that no one can see it, talking to their diary. I'll consider that diary as AI, shouting to AI. It's like when you do, you feel good about it. Good or bad, you really feel good about it. And it learns from that. It provides solutions,
So,
which can be really beneficial. So overall, AI is good. And think about the good part and the bad because there's nothing good and there's bad. That's my advice. That is the story that I have to tell each and
we
every
should
one.
keep learning and keep exploring
Keep
AI.
learning, keep exploring, but stay
Passionate
updated.
about
Be
it.
passionate about it. And
Yeah.
you don't have to be in an IT, be in your
Okay.
IT background because it's going to help your field of study, your professional work life.
Thank you so much. So we are going to the last part, which is the Hackers Corners. Yeah, that's what we are going to tell you. That's what we are going to name it. So we are going to just like show us some of the tools and some tips and tricks of this AI and
Right.
some tools. So
The first tool that I would like for viewers, and that will be Claude, right? So what is Claude? Claude is a generative AI tool developed by Anthropic. The first model was released in 2023, actually. So yeah, for you to use Claude, go to the Claude website, click on it, and it's going to take you to this page where it's going to ask you to enter your personal or your work email. And it says, hello, Claude. I'm the next generation AI assistant built for work and trained to be safe, accurate, and secure. I use secure Claude. So, nice to meet you. I am Claude. So, you're going to enter your full name. What would that be? TechAngell. Mm. Lovely to meet you, TechAngell. A few things to know before we start working together. User policy, because if you want to know that, you can go through that. But let's just acknowledge and continue. That sounds good. Let's begin. Right? Okay. So now you're new to AI. The first time you're using Claude. So the first thing will be not to ask questions, right? Just go through the tools itself. Like the settings. Create new tab group. Get to interact with this, right? So settings. What can I do here? Okay. So it's asking you what best describes your work. Select your work function. What are you into? Are you into engineering, human resource operations, data? So you can interact with this, right? Appearance system dark, white, blue. So yeah, you can change all of this, learn more settings, blah blah blah. Yeah. So here we're gonna start a new chart. So what are we going to ask AI to do for us today? Like I said, Claude AI is a generative AI tool that can be used to enhance your work and, of course, also productivity. And so. But to ask questions, you don't just ask based on, you I'd say, based on context, right? You have to be direct in your request with artificial intelligence or any other model that you use it. What am I saying here? And if you say explain AI, this is too broad, right? This is way too broad for AI to give you the response that you are looking for. Now it's going to explain AI, right? Just an overview of artificial intelligence, and this is it. But let's say you direct in your request, right? Let's say you ask AI explain AI, because in the context of what is common about it, natural, right, language processing, right? Now you're now direct in your response, right? So it's not ambiguous, right? So you're guiding AI to respond to you in this way, and right, that is to explain AI in the context of natural language processing, and this is it. This is it. And there are so many other prompts. But what is a prompt? A prompt basically is something that you ask the artificial intelligence directly, and based on this directive, it's gonna guide it to give you a response that you need, right? So you've got open-ended prompts, right? You've got idea generation as well. If you want to generate a prompt for an idea, right? So we take an example for these two prompts. Let's say for the open-ended prompt, right? So for the open-ended prompt, a clear example will be, let's say, um, not explain, write a short story about a girl. Write a short story about a girl imagining a hidden world, her own reflection. The other side of Sia. Oh, Alice. All right, I was surprised. I thought it's called Sia. Yeah, she's the other side of Alice. All right, it's a short story about this girl named Alice. All right, so you can see Alice pressed her nose against the mirror, her breath creating a small fog on the cool surface. Her reflection did the same, but something felt different today. The other Alice's eyes seemed to sparkle with a secret. So this is an open-ended prompt, right? Something that based on idea generation. Say you want to generate a prompt that could give you an idea, and say how to say, imagine a futuristic city with its own transportation system. And there you go. You have it all right? It's generating, creating a visual representation of an innovative futuristic city using SVG. All right. So there you can see SVG is basically part of um HTML, CSS. So if you go through web development, you will know the keywords sure that I'm talking about, right? So there you go. This is your city. You could change the settings, in the CSS property and all that. So yeah, this is how you can use the tool properly to give you a response that you want, not something too broad, to not be ambiguous. And many of the things that individuals actually fail to understand, common mistakes when using AI models is lack of context. Like I said, ambiguous, ask too broad questions. They are not specific. Lack of proper understanding, as I said, because AI is based on huge data, right? And if you ask, a question that is, not open-ended, I'd say, and you're not specific, it's gonna give you just a random answer. But if you're specific in your request, it's gonna give you a response that will help you in whatever task that you're doing, be it summarizing emails, be it writing formals to a manager or your boss, asking for a leave request. If you're specific in your request, the response is gonna be great. So yeah, these are some of the ways that you can ask. Um, and as I said, you can also use cool AI commands like define. You say define is a keyword here. Climate change. Right, define climate change. It's gonna give you a generative text, right? And that text will be giving you a generative text will be. Let me provide a clear explanation of climate change. It's gonna give you all of this, right? And you can see here it's means define something. So you're defining climate change in all of these categories, right? And you can also use a keyword, say translate, right? You can also translate, say good morning in English to Gujarati, right? Good morning, translate good morning in English to Gujarati. Now what's it gonna do for you here? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, in Gujarati, good morning is written as Suprabhat, right? You can also say Shubh Sabah. Both phrases commonly used to wish someone a good morning in Gujarati. Slightly more formal. Okay, but let's say this. You want to be a bit more direct in your approach, right? Now, how would you do that? How would you do that? Say elaborate. If you use the keyword elaborate here, say elaborate on the previous response. Let's see what's going to do for us. Now, let me break down Gujarati morning greetings in detail. This is what it is, right? How clear we are now. Etymology: Su means good or auspicious. Prabhat means morning or dawn. So you can see, elaborate on this. These are keywords that you can use to leverage your search and enhance your workflow. So yeah, this is all about Claude, one of the AI tools. Um, you know, um, very very well known today. And among many others, you have Gemini board, open source Google, Open AI, I'd say. So yeah, many tools. At least you can spend 10 to 15 minutes in a day to go through all of these, the settings, get to ask the questions, and be familiar with how they work. So if you have a business running, it could help you to enhance productivity. If you're a student, it can help with your assignments. If you're a professional, maybe it could help you writing emails because not too many people know how to
Thank you
write
so much,
emails.
Sir
So
Patrick, for
Claude,
this wonderful
yeah,
session.
AI is there
I
to
also
help
appreciate
with
you and
tasks
Cloud today
in a
so
good
much.
way.
Yeah, Cloud motivate me and he give a lot of things to the channel today. So thank you so much, and to all of you out there.
I wish you can hear this Cloud. Talk to you later.
Yeah, he will talk to you later. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, do make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. If you have anything to say, anything to comment, put it down in the comment section. And with that, we say bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye, guys. Then after that, then we will explore us with some of the tools. Yeah. And you have already talked about your your learning paths inside in AI.
Yeah.
Or will you like to give them more of how to, if you are interested in in AI, I mean, what you should do, what parts you should roadmap you should do, how you should be engaging yourself in the AI stuff. Yeah, just an advice of how to bring out something, like you are having a project now. So how can the young ones also do something of such? Because if you have a lot of people doing this kind of stuff, then the technological ones will be evolving, right?
Exactly.